A spin-off or divestiture could be done under various circumstances. Now, one could be that there are different business streams in an organization, and one of the business stream is not able to be get the enough focus because it requires a different kind of leadership support, or maybe different kind of maybe business model. So that could be one area where investors realize that two parts of the business are very different, and they cannot perhaps grow together very well. Perhaps it's better to split it so that they can grow very well under maybe slightly different set of leadership approach. So that can be one. The other reason could also be that a big business wants to focus on core competence, and maybe over a period of time had acquired or maybe started some business which doesn't fit in on the core strategy, and now feels that this business should is not going to help in a big way for the organization. So it's better to really spin it off and hive off as a separate entity, maybe run it as a separate business, or maybe even at some point of time sell it off or let it be acquired by somebody else. So that could also be one of the key reasons that are there. But the key challenges are that uh, investors would want that both the businesses go through the that long process of split while they are operational. So it doesn't happen that somebody switches off and says that, okay, for 6 months you disintegrate, maybe divide your business into multiple channels, employees and everything, and we will be out of market. So you are in the market competing with the competitors, business is running, still you are managing that split of the businesses, which could be your factories, your sales channels, which could be your R&D centers, which is your functions, while business is running. So that becomes a huge challenge to work on. The second is that there will be split of resources, which could be your assets, your employees, your processes. Now you need to be able to survive after the immediate split with less resources for both the businesses, which could mean a huge organization change for both sides, because there may be some dearth of resources at certain places and you may need to get into a completely different way of working. So this becomes a challenge. Now, all this while, your employees are the people who are delivering on business as well as on the split. So they need to stay motivated when they themselves might be feeling insecure on what's going to happen to them. Whether they will stay in business A or business B, or whether they will lose their jobs, or whether it will something will impact their careers. So this becomes an extremely important challenge, because the people are the resources who are working on both the sides. So one important aspect to make sure that all this happens is really, again, back to the communication to the employees. Venturing into the future, what could be implications on their benefits, careers, what happens to them during the transition, what can they expect after the transition, and the leadership connect on that is extremely, extremely important. And that's where organizations can reduce their human capital risk if they are able to convey that message day in and day out with consistency. People